So good morning. Today it's 9:29. The market's going to open in a few minutes. It's Friday, November 14th. We've got 10 seconds to go. So what I'm going to do is, market's a little hectic today, so we're going to let it sit out for a while. Right now, we have approximately $80,000 in buying power. So we're going to talk about the leverage. We're going to try to do a trade here and there and see what happens. But this is for the people who are starting out with 25x trading and dealing with alkaline capital. So the capital firm is the one that's going to take your money and give you 25 times leverage. So right now the market's open and we're looking at several different things. I have different charting software going on as well. So right now we're looking at, market seems to be going up with Apple, but I truly believe that this market is probably going to be looking at a fade eventually. So let's see. Right now I'm looking at Big Bear AI, Tesla, Rigetti, Palantir has taken a total monster dip in the last couple days. So we're just sitting on our hands right now. AMD, Uber, nothing's really actually shockingly moving right away. So let's see what we're going to do. So we're going to try a little bit. Let's see if Palantir can bounce right now. It's hitting VWAP and it might be reversing. Big Bear AI right now has jumped up. Uber took a real big dip. So we're at levels right now that you have to be very careful. So what we're going to do is, Nvidia is just holding steady. It is at VWAP. Let's see what Palantir is doing. Palantir shot up. So Palantir's trading at oh my goodness, at 167. Wow, that's a Apple just took a dive, a nosedive. So we're actually going to go short Palantir. I don't feel comfortable that this is going to hold up. So we're going to try it. So basically what we've done is we've only gone for 10 shares. All right. And we're just basically showing you what we're doing here. And we're going to basically see if this can actually go down. We're down 20 shares. Let's see if the market decides it's going to take a dump. Okay, we've gone for 30 shares. Again, we have approximately $3,000 in this account. With $3,000 in this account, we're able to get approximately $80,000 in buying power. We're looking to fade out the market. That's what really what we're looking for at this point. Palantir's hit VWAP. We're down 40 shares, 50 shares. So we're hoping that this thing does crack and starts to go lower. If it does do that, we're going to be in a good position. We're looking at about 2% daily as our goal. And right now, we're almost at 2% for the goal for today. We're at 100 shares and we're looking good actually. We're actually looking good. We're up about $80, $100. So we're up about $140, $50. So it's fading out nicely. We're definitely made 2 times goal at this point. Let's see if it goes a little bit lower. It's definitely a fade out today. But again, you want to take it off the table when you're starting to feel good. We're at about 2 times profit today. If this goes below $100 in profit, then we're going to just take it out and go. So it's holding out. We're hoping for another big move down. And it doesn't look like it's going to do it. And we are out at goal. Okay? So we did take our money and run. Apple is taking another dive. Palantir again is back up to VWAP. So we'll do another 10, 15 shares and let's see what happens there. So we're approximately at 2% for the day. Oh, look at Apple. Apple just hit a low of 269.85. Really taking a dump. Palantir, I think, is going to be a fade all day today. But you have to be careful with this. You know, that's why, like I said, what we're trying to do is we're looking at this and saying, okay, we're at $53 for the day on a $3,000 account. That's what we're at. So you can't look at $80,000 and say, oh, he has $80,000, because that's not really what we have. We have $3,000 in this account, and hopefully, like I said, this will constantly be fading out. So we're able to take that 3,000 with 25x, and it gives us $80,000 in buying power. Now, you have to be very careful in how you're going to play this. Now, Apple has definitely hit a low of 269.60, and it is still progressively going lower. But right now we're in Palantir. Palantir is still chugging up. You never know. With this market, it could be making a move up, which it is doing right this second. But I feel confident this will be a fade. Big Bear AI has just made a new high. So the AI stocks are definitely coming into this right now. So we were up about $120, $130, and we didn't close it out, and that was a fault of our own. We got greedy, and we wanted this thing to run the tables, which it doesn't always do. We all know that. So right now, Palantir has made a move up. We're hoping that this fades out. We're still profitable for the day, about $30, and we're going to see where this goes. Big Bear AI, that is something that I'm looking to fade out as well. So let's see when Palantir gets into the 170 range, and let's see what we can do with that. AMD has bounced off its lows. Apple's bouncing off its lows. Tesla's reaching new day highs. Big Bear AI is starting to fade out now. So we're going to take another dip into Palantir. We just moved it up to 20 shares. It's at 170.35, 40.50. So it's making a run up there, and I think it should be. Let's see what happens. We're still looking for a fade out. That's the one thing you have to be careful is when you get into these morning markets, things move quickly. So let's see what happens. All right, here we should be getting into the fade about this second now. So we're going to pile into this a little bit more, and let's see if this actually does it for us. There we go. So we're slowly building the position in there. There we go. We're at 200 shares, and we're positive. Now we're at negative, but hopefully this turns on us right now. Once we get out to 1 times goal, we're going to sell out some of the shares. There we go. It's making its move down. There we go. There we go. We just need that fade out now. We're right there, hoping for that fade out. All right, there we go. We're getting that fade. Okay, so now we just made our goal. Come on. Come on. There we go. There, it's starting to break down now. Come on. If this fade can keep working, we're going to have a really good trade on this. Hopefully it doesn't come back in. But we've made our goal today, and we're trying to get a little bit more out of it. See if we can get into the $300-400 range. Okay, there we go. It's breaking nicely. Let's see if this makes it back to VWAP. If it makes it back to VWAP, we're going to have a beautiful trade on this. But again, we don't know what's happening with the market. Again, I think it's a fade, but who knows where it's really going to be. It's holding up a little bit. Come on. Okay, we're right there. Right there. All right, we closed it out. We're up 164 for the day. So we're going to call it a day. So just so everybody realizes, that's how you buy and sell. Simple as that. Now, we do have hotkeys. Okay, I closed out the whole trade. So I might want to go back in for another 10 shares. If, we are up $164, which is roughly about 5% on our account, a little over 5%, because our account is about $3,000. So we made about 5% on our account today, and that's what we look at. We don't look at the money that we made. Right now, we have $80,000 in buying power, but we only have about $3,000 in this account, which is when we get 25 times leverage, that's what gives us that 75K. So here it's fading out again, so we're going to put one more sell in there, and we're going to risk 10 shares, 15 shares, whatever it is. I believe, I'm willing to risk $10, $20 to go the other way, because I still feel like it's going to be fading out. But if it turns on me and I start losing $20, $30 and this thing starts running up, then guess what? I'm going to get out and keep my profit at 5% roughly. So here we go. It's making a move. It's not making something great, so right now it's holding up. Is the market going to turn around today? You don't know. You don't know. We're up 164.82. This last trade, it's holding up. We're looking for it to turn red right now, and it's right there. It could turn green, and at that point we would lose. But it seems like the market is starting to fade away, and there we go. We're positive on this trade right now. And the beauty of Tachyon and the beauty of our platform is you get instant execution. I've used retail. Oh, there you go. You have a nice, beautiful fade down. Okay, beautiful fade down. Now it's at 168 and climbing lower, or going lower. So it is heading towards VWAP. Will this get below VWAP? I don't know, but we're roughly, we're going to get out, and we're at 170 for the day. So 170 for the day is about 5.5%. Okay. So we're at 170 for the day, and again, that's 5.5% on $80,000 buying power, which there's only $3,000 in this account. That's how you play this game, okay? Right now, Uber looks like it's actually a nice little short. Let's take a look at Uber. We're putting in small share size, okay? And with small share size, you're growing your account. So right now, Uber is sitting on 91.11. So let's see what happens with Uber. It's getting to a level where I'd like to short it personally. It's at 20. The high of the day today is going to be 28. So, all right, we just went in there for 10 shares. Now, people go like, oh, wow, it's only 10 shares. You're right, it's only 10 shares. But you know how much money we have available to us that we can go in there and leverage it out? We're using a formula that's based off the fact that we try to do a mean reversion on stocks, and to do a mean reversion, you need liquidity. Without liquidity on a mean reversion, you're going to get caught. I've gotten caught in the past where you've you leveraged it out completely, and you have no more quote unquote bullets left in the gun, And when that happens, you end up losing big time. And that's the last thing you want to do. So I'm down $2 at this point. Wow, big deal, $2. That's what some people will say. But I'm only looking to make $10, $15 on this thing. So right now we're in at 91.09. We're going to do another 10 shares, very small. So we're in this for 20 shares right now. We're down 320, $4, give or take. It's not a huge amount. And now if we start to see a downward trend on this, then we're going to put some more shares into this thing. But Uber is actually catching a nice strong bid. It's actually very strong. Palantir has actually bounced off its high. It's low, so that's great that we got out of this. But we are looking right now at Uber, and we're down about 460, 560, something like that. And it's making a nice churn up, which is actually surprising to me. Uber got smacked in the head a couple days ago. So this is something where we feel we're not catching it, that this is going to be an upward trend. So what we want to do is we're going to leverage this in a little bit more, put in another 10 shares, 20 shares, and say, okay, fine. If we lose $20, we'll take the $20. That's what we'll do. But in the interim, what we're going to do is we're going to leverage it out a little bit more, and hopefully this thing will start to take down. We'll get 10 cents out of this, and we'll be able to move. So that's the whole goal of what we're trying to do here. We're trying to basically say we're wrong. We're willing to risk $20 on this thing, give or take. Okay. If it starts to run away from us, fine. We're going to close it out. So we're down about $14, $16, give or take. Nothing serious. This is basically a Big Mac meal. All right. Now we're going to go into a little bit heavier. We have not seen the downtrend on this yet, but once it happens, we're not gonna sit around this for a while. You know what I'm saying? And hope that this thing turns in our favor. What we're trying to do basically is say, okay, fine, we're gonna get out of this as soon as we can and just basically fill the order. We're down $10, and at this point, we're gonna be positive hopefully soon. And I see it turning red right now. So we're going to put in another 100 shares, and this should be able to get us to positive. We're in at 91.49. The stock is trading at 91.53. We're down by 4 cents, 2 cents right now, give or take. And if we can if this thing can crack down a couple pennies, we'll be perfectly fine. So, it's making a move up. It's making a move up, but I'm not concerned about this. What we're concerned about is that we don't give it all back. That's what we're concerned about. We're concerned that this keeps chugging up, but I don't feel like it will be. I think it's made its move at this point based on our data. And based on our data, we should be able to get out of this now. So we've just loaded up. We're into this for 400 shares, and we're starting to make a bigger bet on this. We're down $72, okay? But we're in at 91.52. We're off by 16 cents. So now the bet that we've put in here is to basically have it go down. We're down $70, okay? And we're in this thing now, and we understand that. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to make sure that we get out of this smell like a rose. And I truly believe we are going to. We're going to load this thing up like no tomorrow, and this will give us our win for the day. So we're right now into this for 800 shares. We're down $130, so we've risked it all today, okay? All our profit at this point with 800 shares, okay? And what we've done is we're still positive, and we still believe that Uber is going to crack down. So we're down about 7 cents, 5 cents, something like that. So we're very close to it, and I feel like this is going to crack down. Once it does crack down, I think you're going to see a nice little move down, and once it does that, we'll be able to get out of this thing pretty darn easily. So it's starting to show signs of weakness, and there we are. Okay, we're showing up small profit right now, small profit. So hopefully, like I said, we can get some more capital on this and pull the trigger on this in a second. Once we do that, we'll be able to walk out of here a profit, and that's where we're at right now. It's not, I mean, listen, like I said, this is holding up a lot more than I thought it would be. So right now, we're hoping for this candle to turn red. Once it does that, then we'll be feeling good and comfortable about this. So let's just see what happens. We're down about $42 on this trade, 82. So when you're dealing with 800 shares, again, this is something, you have to know where you're getting in and where you're getting out. So right now, it's spiking up, and we're hoping that this thing turns on us right now. If it turns on us right now, we will make a nice trade on this thing. So that's where we're at. It's definitely a topping tail right now. So let's see if this thing can fade out, fade to black, and then give us that candle that we need, and we'll be able to pull $100 out of this. So that's what we're trying to do. If it doesn't do it, what are you gonna do? There's really not much you can do. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and that's the name of the game that you play here. So there we go. It's starting to falter. We're up, barely up. You know what I'm saying? So this is definitely holding on. It's not something I feel like I want to stay in much longer with, but let's see what happens. So it's very stubborn right this second. Very stubborn. If we can take another leg down, and it's not going to do it. It's not going to do it. It didn't want to take that leg down. It actually just shot up and just killed us. All right. We were down, we were up, and now we just gave it all back. I'm hoping this was just a quick spike, but that one turned on me. I was hoping for $1 on this thing. So let's see what happens. Let's see if this thing starts to turn again. I feel confident it will turn. We're still hoping. I mean, listen, this trade is not turning into the way we want it to be. Simple as that. Simple as that. But we all have it. We all have trades where it goes against us. And when you're using leverage, you have to be very careful about it. So, like I said, we're at break even for the day. We're actually down now. We're actually down for the day. So it's a little disheartening. Don't get me wrong. But, to think that you're going to win every single day, it's just not going to happen. So you make money so you can push the envelope a little bit more and that you can make more money. Okay? That's what you try to do. You're trying to grow your account, and when you do that, you have to take risk. By taking those risks, that's the only time that you're going to grow your account. So let's see if this is actually going to start to fade in now. That's what we're hoping for. At this point, we're very, very committed to saying if it doesn't make the move down now, I'm going to close it out. Simple as that. I wanted to make the move down. So let's see what happens. We're down about 120, and it's holding up. I'm actually shocked that it's holding up. Absolutely shocked, with the way the market's going and everything, especially Uber, you know what I'm saying? Especially with Uber, out of everybody, I would think for sure that this would definitely tank. No doubt about it. It had such a horrendous report going on with it last time. So let's see if it can drop down, get that 10 cents that we need, and just give us a little pullback. All we're hoping for is a little pullback going into VWAP, which is 90.44. If it does that, we'll make a nice chunk of change on it. But this is why you have to know when you're getting in and when you're getting out. Okay? Because, like I said, we're going to have to ride out a little bit further than I thought we would. And this is where we have to be very careful about how we do it. Okay? So we're at 81. Let's see if we can pull that fade into it. This fade at this point, when it gives us a fade at this point, whatever the profit is that we're dealing with, we're gonna walk. You know, we're gonna pull the trigger at this point when it starts to make a downward trend, and hopefully, like I said, this can make the downward trend that where we need to be. If it can do that, then we'll be fine. That's what we're hoping for. We're hoping for a nice downward trend right now to really sink in there, get us into the 50s. If we get into the 50s, we'll be fine. But if we don't, you know, we're gonna give back everything that we made today. That's the truth. Okay, so let's see where we go. We're holding on right now. Um, I believe it's a fade. Market looks like a fade. If we get a fade on this, we'll be great. And okay, we're starting to see a little bit of cracks. There's some hidden buyers in there, so that's what's holding it up right this second. So let's see if we get those cracks in the market right now. Uh, there's still some hidden buyers coming in, stepping in. Okay, um, let's see what happens. All right, we're right there now, and at this point, like I said, if we get it and we get below there and it starts to fade out, great. If we don't, we're just going to call it and pull it, because like I said, at this point we have to see this thing start to die. Okay, um, unbelievable, unbelievable. You know, it was right there, right there, and so the hidden buyer just came in, stepped in, did really kept it up above the 50s. So shit, god damn it, we were there too. We were absolutely there. Um, and this is gonna be a situation where we might just take the 2% for the day and call it a day. Simple as that. You know, I thought it was going to break now. It was in the 50s for a split second. So let's see what happens. All right? Let's see what happens. Okay, there we go. There we go. We're at 63. Let's get below the 50s. We get below the 50s, we'll be hitting this bid hard. Okay? So let's break the 50s. Okay, we're right there now. Right there. We've rode out a lot of bullshit now. Okay, it's holding the 59s. It's holding the 59s is where I'm getting killed. Okay, come on, come on. All right. Oh fuck me. God damn it. There's a fucking hidden wall there at 59 that's just fucking killing me. Once that goes away, this thing will drop down to the fucking 40s and 30s. But someone's holding this motherfucker up there now. I'm trying to be calm, but this pisses me off to no fucking end. That someone's holding that fucking stock up there. Let's see if it breaks now. It's right there. There we go. There we go. Come on. Now this should fucking break the 50s. Come on. Come on. There we go. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. There we go. It's holding it up. Holy shit. All right, we're out. Fuck this. You know, honestly, like I said, it's gonna dip down, but you know what? I'm not losing the day over fucking $20. What I am gonna do is I am gonna take 10, 20 shares and still fuck around with it. Okay, and I'm still gonna go short on this thing because I still believe it. But you know what? Sometimes you just gotta say, hey, that's it. So you know what? We finished up $200 today. There's plenty of other stocks out there to play around with, but considering where the market is, we finished up almost 6%, 6.5% on our money at 192.17. At $3,000, that's what you look at, okay? Now, don't get me wrong, we could have been at 0%, but we're never in fear of losing money today. So that's what you have to look at and say, did we have a good day? 6%, guess what? You don't make 6% in a year in the bank, okay? So that's what we do at 25X, and that's what we do with Alkaline Capital by providing you with the tools to trade. And by trading, that allows you to basically go in there and say, okay, fine, I'm going to use the leverage that I need, and this is how I'm going to make my money. But again, it's all risk management. So we just went in for 10 more shares. It's starting to crack that 40-50 level. So I'm risking $10, okay? On this $10, if I lose $10, I'm closing it out. I'll be positive for the day. If I make money, great. So I'm hoping this goes back to VWAP at 90.57. So it's almost $1 away, but the market's strong. I'm actually really shocked at how strong Uber is today. Beyond strong today. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. There's a lot of buyers going in here, so we're positive right now. It's dropping, no doubt about it. It's at 42, so we're at 91.43. It's right there. It's holding on. So if we can get that 50 cents out of it, I'll be happy. We'll make a quick 10 bucks out of it, which, you know, in the grand scheme of things, it's 10:01. We've been in this for a half an hour, and guess what? We're up $2, and it's sinking nicely. There we go. There we go. The fade is coming, no doubt about it. And you know what? I'm going to call it a day. We just bought out. We're at 193.17. That's our day. Again, we're up about 6.5% on our account, maybe even close to 7% off of a $3,000 account. Here at 25X, you're getting $80,000 of buying power, and that's what allows you $193.17 profit. Where else are you going to make that kind of profit if you trade correctly? Thank you. Have a great weekend, okay?